Hey guys, and thanks for coming back to my channel. This is going to be the second in a series of videos talking about how fitness positively affects mental health and wellness. It's part of my Happy Happy January series. This is going to be the second in a series of videos that is basically me talking about how fitness positively affects mental health and wellness. When I started reading a lot of the research about this, I couldn't believe how common it was for people to be suffering from depression and anxiety, whether it was clinical or not. And although I have never been diagnosed by a doctor having these issues and I've never been put on medication, it's something I know that I had suffered from for a while, years, months, up and down, in and out. I am not speaking against taking any types of medication or seeking out professional help in any way, because I truly believe that there are some people who do need that assistance, but personally that just wasn't my experience, and I'm just speaking to the things that really did help me, and they helped me pull myself out of feeling those depressed and anxiety type feelings. For those of you who don't know me, welcome. My name is Christine Cohen. I am a New York-based high-intensity personal trainer. I'm also a registered dietitian, and I basically have this YouTube channel to talk to women who are interested in fitness and lifting, and who may also have suffered or know people who deal with depression and anxiety in different forms. Something that I'm inspired and motivated to do is help women discover their inner strength starting in the gym and help empower them to learn how to tap into that so that it can affect every aspect of their life. So basically I'm motivated to help people who are struggling with things similar to what I was struggling and help teach them the tools that I used to becoming healthy in body and mind. And I think that there's just so much empowerment and autonomy and self-efficacy that is built in the gym when you go in and you push your body to a certain extent and you push past the limit that you've set for yourself, that you never thought you could break through. That really does translate to other parts of your life, whether it's attempting a job that is just brand new and is intimidating because you've never had that much responsibility before, or just being confident in yourself to reach out and have healthy relationships with your friends, with partners, with family. Sometimes if it's even just like facing a really, really tough day. We have days that are awesome, and then there's stuff that life throws at us unexpectedly, and those days can be extremely stressful. So I feel like the things that I've learned in the gym, how to push past pain, how to overcome a challenge, how to trust that there will be strength in the end, even if it sucks right at that moment, even if it's just like, oh my god, just make this be over already. I feel like those feelings that I have taught myself just by training have really helped me in a lot of different aspects of my life. But first I'm going to read some statistics that like blew me away when I first read them about depression and anxiety and people that suffer from it. So anxiety disorders affect 40 million adults, and it's one of the most common psychiatric illnesses in the United States. I actually can't believe how many women, girls on YouTube that I've watched videos of who say they suffer from extreme anxiety, panic attacks, and how YouTube has really helped them become a stronger version of themselves. It's very, very awesome to watch those women. Depression affects about 9.5% of the US population every year. It's estimated that about 17% of the US population will suffer from a major depressive episode at some point in their life. Depression has been ranked at some point as the leading cause of disability in the United States. So regardless of if it's diagnosed or not, it sounds to me like it's just an ongoing problem within our society, within our lifestyle, and it's not just those singular diseases. Like, it's no wonder that so many of these diseases are connected to addiction, whether it's food or alcohol or drugs, whether they're related to other stress-related diseases, things as serious as like diabetes, metabolic syndrome, cancer, other heart-related diseases, other high blood pressure. It affects the body entirely. I don't think there's any doubt to that. Exercise does make us feel good. It's just a matter of doing it, proving it to ourselves over and over and over again, and allowing the evidence of our own experience to drive and motivate the consistency of it. That's where the success happens. And my mood is super low. It sucks. I'm in a negative mood, or something will happen that day that will just send my mood off in a direction where I don't want it to go. And everything seems harder. Everything seems more stressful. I usually say I hate people on those days. Or there are days where my energy is really low. I'm tempted to just want to stay in bed, not get any work done, not be productive, not work out, eat crappy food. Yeah, those days still happen too, if you let it. You have a decision every day to make, to choose life or death. To basically, are you going to do the things, the small things that make you feel alive, that add up to you as a person, to functioning, to being your best self? Or are you going to do the little things that just slowly kill you, essentially? There's that book, The Compound Effect. I forget who wrote it. I'm so bad with names. But it's like, it's easy to do, it's easy not to do. But you're going to make the choice depending on what you truly want. And I feel like that I use a couple techniques to remind myself to get myself going, to get myself in a really good state of mind. These are 6 reasons why I am motivated to exercise. Basically, I remind myself why I exercise, why I work out, why I lift. The first thing that I initially think of is, this is going to make me feel awesome. Like, I just almost envision myself like taking that really deep breath, like on my first set of whatever exercise it is, filling my lungs with air, almost like instantaneously relaxing, blocking out any negative thought, and just focusing on like the task at hand, like that meditative one thing, that repetitious rep, everything that I'm doing over and over. And just knowing that getting into that state will make me feel so much lighter, like take all the weight off my shoulders, make me breathe deeper, get out of my head, get into my body. That alone actually drives me to train on days where I'm feeling pretty low, because I know what that leads to. It leads to boosting my happy hormones. It leads to me being high, if that's an increase in serotonin or dopamine or endorphins, whatever it might be. And if I sound like an idiot because I'm not scientifically correct in that process, then, you know, sorry about it. But just knowing that I'm going to feel that way gets me excited, and like gets me to put on my gym clothes, put on my shoes, get myself to the gym. Once I'm there, I'm usually good to go. Typically, when I'm in those kinds of moods, I'm in like a very I can't do it type of mindset, where I'm like, oh, I can't do that, it's too hard, or I can't do that, I don't have enough energy, or I don't know, I just, that's like too big, like I can't, that mountain is too big to climb, metaphorically, and like, there's no way I can do it. I know that getting a training session in will automatically shift my mindset afterwards to the sense like, I can do it because I just decided to. Will help me shift my mindset because I just decided to work out even though I didn't want to, even though I could have told myself, no, you don't have to, you can just lay on your bed. But I decided to choose the positive. So I tell myself, it's a decision. Confidence is a decision. There's that quote by Henry Ford, Fairly Certain, which is, I forget the quote. If you think, whether you think you can do something or whether you think you can't, you're right. Powerful. The third thing that I remember that helps me get to my training session, to get me to work out, is that I will have a instantaneous decrease in stress and anxiety. If I'm in one of those cyclical negative thought patterns where I'm just like pulling myself down deeper and deeper into negativity, into what ifs, into doubt land, I know that taking my mind off that, focusing on training, which I basically call therapy or meditation, will decrease that stress and anxiety and relieve it. Maybe not entirely, but enough that I will feel so much better and so much more capable of handling whatever it is that I need to handle. Or, and this is extremely important, I noticed that, maybe you guys can relate to this, and comment below if this is something that you notice, but there's a lot of like irrational thought patterns that come along with that negativity. I know that exercise session, that training session is going to just allow me to recognize what thoughts are just irrational and silly, like my primitive brain, like my emotional brain, like just my reactive brain making choices. It's not really like the deciding brain, the more evolved brain, if you will, that's making the choices. So I'm able to differentiate better. Number four, helps control addiction. So as I alluded to before, when I was in a really dark state, I would basically binge on crap food. I didn't even care how many calories it was, how much sugar it had, how much fat, if it was considered healthy or not. Like, my brain didn't care. It wasn't even a thought. I just wanted it in my body. Because I think that helps feed the negativity, which is what your state wants if you allow it to continue. If I do wake up and I'm on a day where I just feel in a low mood, sometimes those binge feelings come back. Like, I just want to sit here and eat a box of cookies, or just like, I don't know, eat crap, because somehow I still think it's going to make me feel better. Like a small piece of me still thinks, oh, it's going to fill whatever void. It's going to help you ignore everything else and help you numb everything. So if I feel that twinkle of feeling come back, if I feel that starting to grow inside me, I know I need to get to the gym, because it will just wipe that feeling out. When I'm feeling super like pumped and out of breath and exhausted from a workout, eating a box of sweets is like the last thing that I can even think about stomaching. Like, I want to vomit if I even think about eating something that's like remotely sweet. So that really does help. Speaking to like alcohol and drugs and any other kind of addictions that someone might be suffering from, I've never personally experienced that before, but I do speak to people who have gone through that, and the way that we describe the need for something, the itch that you need to get to, is similar in some ways, and they've said that training has dramatically helped them deal with that a lot better. Last two things, I'll just name them right off the bat. Getting more done, being more productive, and tapping into my creativity. I'm a person who, I've recently learned that I'm a person who likes to envision like big picture stuff. I can create like a whole imaginary world, vision around an idea, and I can just kind of go with it and make it super grand, and maybe some of it's irrational, but I think to start anywhere creating a powerful idea, you really do need to start with some irrational, crazy things. So I get excited and I get really energized from that. But I get really dragged down in details. Like, for example, creating a grand idea for a business and how it could grow, how it could expand, the social media plan, the business plan, all of that, easily. Writing feverishly for half hour, an hour. But coming to the decision of what the website should be called, I'm sitting there for 15 minutes like blank page. Like, can't decide which way to go. So I've noticed that I'm able to tap into that creativity of creating those larger visions for whatever the idea might be, and I'm able to be more productive in those times where I need to be a little bit more detail oriented. or do things that I don't look forward to doing, like all the administrative BS that right now I have to handle because I can't hire anyone to handle until I hire my intern. Right now, after I train, after I get a lift in, after I exercise, I know, okay, your brain will be much more focused and able to tap into what you need to do. So whether you like it or not, after I exercise, I know my brain will be much more focused and able to concentrate on things, even if I don't really enjoy doing them. So I will get them done. And also, I'll be able to tap into like that piece of my brain that is a tiny bit creative. Okay, so I'm gonna wrap this video up. If you liked my tips, or if you personally have any experience with anything that I just mentioned, whether it's something you're going through personally, if it's a professional thing that you can add to, or if you just got something out of this video, please give this video a like and comment below. I really want to interact with you guys more. I'd love to hear about your stories, your experiences, and it will help me making these videos better so I can hopefully relate to you guys a little bit better. And if you're not already subscribed, please subscribe. I'm going to be doing a couple more of these videos throughout the month of January, in addition to a lot of vlogs, like daily vlogs of my life here. And I'll also be posting some workouts, some mood boosting stuff. And you'll probably see me use some of these techniques I just mentioned in the next few weeks, because I am hiring an intern and I'm trying to get a lot more stuff out in the interwebs, and I know, like I said, with details, I'm not good. So it might flare some of this up. So I think it'll be a good transition for me to be able to speak to it as I'm going through it, versus go through it, be really silent about it, and then talk about it after. So I'm hoping that will also, not that I want to go through any of that, but I understand it's a journey, and who you become during that journey is really the person that you are developing to handle like those end goals. So I respect it. So I'd love to hear more from you guys, so please give this video a like, but more importantly, comment below and tell me about an experience that was really difficult for you to get through and how exercise helped you push through it. Okay, great. So thanks so much, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.